Today's episode is number 9 for me, and we're talking about being comfortable in your own skin and how that equates to better performance on the field. And, you know, the term comfortable with yourself or comfortable in your own skin promotes confidence and understanding of your ability. And today we hear the term like swagger, or someone has that swag. A lot of it might be body language, but ultimately it's based on production and results. And it kind of breeds this comfortability in a player, not only physically but mentally. And I'm challenging younger players to really start understanding that and being comfortable in all situations, practice situations, playing situations, critical situations, and how we have to control our emotions, focus on the now, the present, trust your training and your ability and your talent, and be comfortable with that. And basically what sparked this thought of mine is I was watching games on TV, MLB games, and I saw a hitter pimp a home run. The bat flip, the whole thing. And it was a veteran player who's hit 300 plus home runs in his career. And I'm thinking to myself, I bet you his first home run didn't look like that. Let alone, and then now on to his 300th whatever. And it really, my opinion of pimping a home run or doing some of them are a little much, but for the most part, the hitter's not showing up the pitcher necessarily. He's just so comfortable in his own skin, so confident. The feelings of I've been here before, I'm going to enjoy it. I know what this is like. I executed, and now I can watch it, or I can flip my bat. And, I was happy I kind of thought about it like that, because if we relate that to just, say, a routine play or a routine execution of a quality at bat and a good approach for a hitter, and you're comfortable in your own skin, it's more likely than not you're going to have better results. Now, too often, a younger player and even younger professional players that are, trying to make it and get to the top, too often we're living through somebody else, through criticism or through maybe overcoaching or maybe parents or whatever. We tend to try to be doing stuff for others or trying to hit like somebody that you may look up to, and you're trying to copy another hitter's approach. And that's why I promote so much individuality and finding what works for you and working tirelessly in that pursuit to do that, and then really hone in on that, because no one's going to look the exact same doing a lot of these highly skilled activities that we do on the field as a baseball player. Hitting, fielding, throwing, running, all that stuff. No one looks the same. And for the individual that never allows their true capabilities and to come out, and again, it happens through a lot of experimentation, a lot of learning, a lot of unbiased coaching and training, people around you with the good intentions to get you better, high-level coaching and training, people that see it in the right light and don't try to put their stamp necessarily or their one way how to do something. There's a lot of variables that have to come into place for a young hitter, a young baseball player, to really breed that in yourself and have that come to light. A unique individuality that physically and mentally is comfortable in their own skin. And I look at that, that example I gave about pimping a home run, and the more I see it, the more I think, it really isn't the hitter showing up the pitcher. It is just more of that comfortable in your own skin to take it and enjoy the moment a little bit. And basically what that is the elite players that are doing stuff like that, they're slowing the game down. The game is coming slower to them rather than someone who's rapidly accelerating the speed of the game around them and is always forced into bad decisions because the game is too fast for them. And that's ultimately what kind of ends a lot of people's careers, is the failure to realize that. And when you see guys that do extraordinary things on the field and act like it's normal, whether it's great plays on defense or, just clutch hitting in general, they're not pressing. They're not trying to be somebody they're not. They're staying within their skin. They're comfortable with what their capabilities are, and they're focusing on execution and controlling the emotions mentally. And that's what I've been talking a lot about, is control your emotions for hitters from the on-deck circle to the batter's box. That walk of 20, 30, 40, 50 feet is like time to control and harness those emotions and focus on process and execution, which is the hitter's approach. But anyway, I wanted to hit on that because it just kind of hit me the other day watching some dudes pimp some home runs, bat flip, and thinking, that's pretty cool. Not that I promote some of the crazy stuff, but I'm almost certain that the majority of these guys that take the extra time and admire their home run, they're just so comfortable in their own skin and what they're doing that it just exudes this not only confidence but performance, this higher level of performance. And we've talked about confidence before and obtaining that. And I'm not saying to go out and pimp home runs, but I'm using this as an example to kind of educate, hopefully, some players that are outside of their skin and they're outside of their body. They're trying to be somebody else. They're worrying about others' productivity, not their own. They're not learning. They're not progressing. They're not moving forward. And that's what you always got to be doing. It's always one step in front of the other. You're always gaining ground, even through failure and negative results. But the minute you kind of let go of that and you start reaching into somebody else's, trying to be somebody else, we're going to have big problems as a player. So, all that stuff sounds great. And I really believe it is, but you have to be surrounded with good people, and people have to shed this type of education and enlightenment on you to have you understand it and grasp it, because it's very important. So being comfortable in your own skin, and through that being a better performer and having enhanced performance with those thoughts and philosophies as a baseball player. So that's all I got. Think about it, and thanks for listening.